It's Tuesday, August 3rd. Coming up live, the View's going viral with everything hot, hilarious, and controversial on the internet. But first, they're wired to take on hot topics. From the Bachelorette finale to how Courtney Love's using the internet to clean up her image, and the anti-gay pastor who admits he has the hots for men. Plus, from the Mel tapes to Lindsay's legal troubles, no one breaks celebrity scandal like Radar Online. And a top exec is exposing how far they go to dig up dirt and talking back to critics who say they crossed the line. Then, the mom who created the website Date My Single Kid is revealing how she started an online revolution of matchmaking moms. And her 31-year-old son is telling you if he's any closer to finding the one. And Whip Soup host Chris Hardwick has a roundup of the most popular websites and must-see viral videos about to hit your inbox. All that, hot topics and more, coming up live on The View.
To a special edition of The View. I mean, yeah, you know, it's when I'm not here for a day, my lips fail. Because I don't have to talk until I see y'all, and then my lips go, no.
You don't speak all day when you're
I don't think, I don't speak, I just lay in the sun.
And a nice tan you do have.
Thank you. I thought the tan got very even. But, you know, we're doing a special show today. We call it the View Viral Show, and it's all about the most controversial and the funniest sites out there on the internet. Almost 2 billion people use the internet worldwide. But there are some people who still don't. Now, do you guys have friends who are offline?
Yeah. I have a couple of friends who are like phobic about it or something. Really. And it's like you always have to talk on the phone to them, which is draining now.
Is it a certain age bracket?
There was a time in my life when I loved to talk on the phone.
I know, don't you hate it now?
I loved it, and now I don't like it anymore. It's like, why wouldn't you have email? And it's like when writing was invented, did you not buy a pen? It's like this is how way people do it now.
But you know what? You know, when I didn't get all that stuff till I came here to you guys, because I refused to do it. I found that people they just expect you to respond instantly to every whim.
That's true.
What I've done, I've got the iPhone and I've gotten sort of savvy on my iPad. But man, at 5 o'clock, I don't answer them.
I know.
If you need me, you do.
But you know,
got to call me.
But I love Whoopi because Whoopi is now learning how to do her iPhone and everything, and you always send us these emails with these attachments, and there's never anything there. Like it's all like for the last year, I'm like, did you guys get Whoopi's cartoon? I didn't get Whoopi's cartoon.
What happens is because I don't know how to make the thing work, so I know what I'm supposed to do. So I say, you know, because people send them to me, I send them to them.
She sends out these things.
Say, what the hell?
Yo, and Whoopi will go, this is a good one. And I'm like, what is it? And then it's just like a little box. So we just gotta.
You have to open it, I think, on the computer.
No, my computer. I know my dad is not a BlackBerry user. He gets so mad because I go, Daddy, text me. If you text me, I'll call you. And your daddy don't text. You call your daddy. But I don't like talking on the phone anymore.
See, I like the texting, but sometimes now, you know how they have the auto correction on your text?
Yes.
Sometimes you can send something like really bizarre because it does that auto spell check. And you're like, I wasn't anywhere near it.
XOXO, which is love, it makes it socks.
Yeah, or sex. Like, have you?
Or us. Yeah.
I'm trying to find my socks. Could be a very dangerous.
You know, that might be just what's necessary for right now, because did you see the Bachelorette finale last night? And I know this is going to come as a shock. I actually saw it.
Yeah, you did.
It is shocking.
I think I must have been so tired that I didn't care what was on TV.
Wait a minute, you sat and watched it? Did you watch After the Rose as well?
No, was there more?
Oh, yeah, there's like there's a 3-hour thing. What did you think? Ali, Roberto, she dumped Chris.
It was all very bizarre.
Yeah,
Ali knew each other like 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, they were on, I don't know where they were, Bora Bora or something, but she ended up choosing Roberto because they had lust and love. But after the 3 hours, because you watched it was a 2-hour finale that you're probably sitting there for, 2 hours. And then there's an after the rose ceremony. And so after this, I was so drained. I said, how many hours have I spent watching The Bachelor and Bachelorette? There have been 20 seasons, an average of 10 episodes a season, so 200 episodes, 2 hours an episode. episodes for 400 hours, 2,400 minutes. I have spent
24,000
minutes I've spent watching The Bachelor.
I just want to point out, you will never get those 24,000 minutes back.
That is like 16 and a half days.
But it's 24,000 minutes of watching The Bachelor, and they don't even stay together. So you spend more time committed to them than they committed to each other. It makes no sense.
You are so right.
So they're not committed. These guys aren't committed.
I don't think they're going to stay together.
They never do.
I think they might. They seem to have some sort of
There's only one couple that ever stayed together, right?
Trista and Ryan. That was a decade ago.
Yeah, I forgot about Trista and Ryan, man.
They actually did stay together.
And you know, but we're gonna have Jake Pavelka, who was the Bachelor. He's gonna be here tomorrow. We're having Jake tomorrow, so we get to ask him.
Allie, the last Bachelorette, right here, who chose Roberto.
And remember, he kept going, you're interrupting me.
Can I just share the proposal clip?
Yes.
Okay, here it is, the moment.
Okay.
I love you so much. I really do.
I love you. I want to grow old with you. I want to have a beautiful, beautiful family. I want to share my life with you. Share your life with me. Be my wife. Allie, but it's house. Will you marry me?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
On so many levels, this is horrific, okay? Okay, first of all, did you see him sweating that daggone much? And then when she goes, I love you so much, I love you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Whoopi,
What was she giggling about? What's that about?
It looked like a sitcom. I'm sorry. What'd you think, Whoopi?
Special.
Of this?
Yeah, the clip
She loved it, couldn't you say?
She watched. You kept watching.
I think I kept watching because I was too tired. I think I was so exhausted. It was like, okay, whatever.
Did he even buy the ring? Because there's a special thing that a man goes through to get your ring. Or was it just Neil Lane?
It was. Which they come and they show that, like, you
So
get,
they
see 5 rings, and then all of a sudden he's like, this is the ring.
So he didn't have to work a second job to pay for the ring.
Wait a second.
But they have to give the ring back if it doesn't work out. I think that's in the contract, maybe.
That's not, isn't that called payola?
I don't know.
This by far was the worst one,
I don't know what it's called. It's just The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and you just take it for what it is, and you sit and enjoy the ride.
He looks like he wants to get a sitcom or be on Dancing with the Stars. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. I'm not buying it.
Jake!
I guess I should have paid more attention. I thought I was impressive by just saying, yeah, my eyes were open and it was on the TV.
I'm shocked and impressed.
You know Elizabeth's going to want to know what you think.
Yeah,
that's her show.
I think that I don't need to watch it ever again. That's what I really think.
We still got Elizabeth.
That's right. But as long as you're watching, I'm a happy girl. You know what? We're going to go and come right back with more Hot Topics. We call this the blow-through because we're going to rock and roll. A Lutheran pastor in Minneapolis who is opposed to homosexuals leading congregations admits he's been attracted to men for years. Yep. And then he says he's not gay because he's never acted on his own feelings.
No, he's a 57-year-old virgin. In other words, like Bill Clinton, he doesn't inhale.
But he's been going to these accountability meetings to resist the urges and to resist acting on the urges.
Why resist something that's like,
because
you know...
he opposes homosexuality.
As natural as
you know what?
and drinking.
He probably should have said...
He doesn't feel it's genetic.
Then he probably, instead of doing all this sort of anti-gay stuff, he might have said, you know, we don't know what makes people have these urges. And my concern is that if you put it down and put it down and put it down and put it down and put it down, and then you come out and say, but, you know, I feel like that. It's kind of like, well, dude, whatever happened to God said, be honest.
Well, also, for 57 years, he's been squashing these urges, and yet he still says it's not genetic.
But what about the fact...
What is it then? He can't seem to unlearn it he can't unlearn these urges.
I feel as though if he does belong to a church, though, that says, okay, the churches deem different things sins, okay? But I feel as though there is that hierarchy of sin, where if it is a sin, okay, just like if people do deem it in that block as a sin, then all of a sudden, like, no one can be of any sort of sin and lead a church. I mean, if the Christian church, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I just feel as though no one
has the, what is it? How does that go? Cast the first stone.
If it was the other way, you have a person preaching that you shouldn't have sex before you're married and they're being celibate, are they being hypocritical by preaching?
Or something as easy as honor your wife, and the guy just yelled at his wife.
Don't have sex before marriage, and they're not having sex, then they are not hypocritical because they're preaching what
they have the desires toward.
Yes, but they are not pretending that they don't have those desires.
But do you think he's pretending? Because he's saying, it seems like he's saying, I am having this attraction, but I'm trying to...
When you say this is wrong, and you don't cop to the fact that you're part of that, yeah, you're being hypocritical.
But he's saying I am attracted to.
Now he's saying that, but
this
he
is
was always
after
going to
these
meetings.
This is all these years after.
But he's always been saying to other people.
He's late. But now other people. Let's talk about other people. Courtney Love is going online to try to clean up her image after she Googled herself and found only pictures of her looking, let's say, like a scary demon. She launched a website that posts what outfit she wears every day and even hired bloggers to chat about her fashion.
So what Courtney wore today.
And the point is...
I'm sorry.
What is the point?
Baby?
You know, because I guess she's trying to reinvent her image so people get to leave comments. But where I think you're hurting yourself is to seek validation from people on the internet and bloggers, and you are doing yourself more harm than good.
Well, everybody does it no matter what. I mean, everybody on Facebook, Twitter, no matter what you're doing, isn't it some sort of an ask or a question of the world? Are you okay with this? I mean, you ask a response. We have feedback. We have blogs with a response block.
I think the internet can be very cruel to people.
But she's trying to recreate her image, is what she's doing. So that's not a bad idea.
Because she has an image as an alcoholic and a dope.
What is she going to do when somebody goes, ooh, Courtney, I don't like, and she gets a whole bunch of bloggers that go, I don't like it. Then what does that do for her?
She's got to get a thick skin. You can't ask the question if you don't want the answer. That's like when guys say, when you say to a guy, does this make me look fat? And he says, yes. If you don't want the truth, don't put it out there.
I always say, this don't make me look fat.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, but you know that there are some things you should not be wearing. You know, some things you're not supposed to have on. It's just that simple. You know, but we lie to ourselves. Now, you were telling us about an online accountability for couples. What the hell?
Yeah, it's sort of in the line of, I think it was Foucault, who was a philosopher, that said just the idea of being watched keeps people in line, right? So you sign up for one of the services called x3watch.com. It's free accountability software that you sign up with a buddy. So be it a friend or a husband or a wife or a partner, you say, this is a service we're going to sign up for, and all the websites that I go on to will be emailed to you. So you get to see what the other person is logging on to. And just the idea that someone's going to know what you logged on to, in a way, does keep your buddy
so is it the kind
in
of
line.
Thing she doesn't trust you, so she needs to know?
I mean, I know couples who do this just as a safeguard. Like, hey, so you know, I know, and if any day you have a moment of weakness, you've had a drink, you've whatever, you go onto a website, I'm going to know if you're on that site. You're going to know if I'm on this one. Would it be something you guys would ever do?
But then what about just the? We're going to start out on a level A, trusting each other, as opposed to we're going to start out in the ditch and try and dig our way out of it.
Well, that's not necessarily saying I think you're going to end up on a site. It's just saying, hey, just so we know, we're both agreeing to not go on certain sites. And just as a safeguard, as that said, because we're human, and no one's immune from, oh, I'm just going to check this out with one click. I think it even shows you how long.
On eBay all the time.
Yeah,
well, it could be bad for online shoppers like myself, but.
But here's the other thing: what happens if you all sign this thing and then that person gets a new email name and a new if you're going that far, you have to assume that they're going to do something anyway. See, I just say, you know what, I'm taking your word for it. But Sherry, we don't take nobody's word for anything except you.
Give it away.
That's right.
That's right.
California Pizza Kitchen is giving everybody in the audience today $100 to use at any of their restaurants nationwide when dining in, taking out, ordering online, or towards catering your next event.
Gibson tapes were just one of the breaking stories that made Radar Online the go-to site for celebrity scandal. And here to tell us how far they go to get the dish is Executive Vice President of Radar Online, David Perel. Hello, David. You know, you guys were really unbelievable with the Mel Gibson stuff. I mean, how did you get them? First of all, how did you get those tapes?
That's the question everybody asks, and just can't tell you the real answer other than a lot of hard digging, good reporting, good editors, and took a long time.
Okay, so obviously either Oksana gave them to you or her sister or something like that. Okay,
yeah,
we know Mel didn't give them to you.
That would be interesting.
Okay, second question. Did you pay for them?
No, we did not. We have not paid for them. But I'll tell you, I would pay for them. We would license tapes. We would license photographs.
Yeah.
Have no problem with that. In this case, no money has changed hands.
Because why? Yeah, why not?
Why not? It's just the way it went down with the reporting, so.
Because whoever gave them the tapes is saying we're not going to take money for it, right?
We're just doing it because we love you, Radar Online, so much.
No, because we're going to make money somewhere else.
No, it's just a situation where we dug into the story, and you have to remember the first part of the story that we found out is that Mel Gibson had got a restraining order against Oksana. And then the story kind of developed from there that we then backed in and found out, well, she had a restraining order against him.
Well,
so,
you know,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week you obtained this exclusive interview with his ex-girlfriend, Oksana Grigorieva. Let's take a look.
I think Mel is basically trivializing domestic violence, and this is very, very sad, okay? So it's very unfair to... I'm sorry, I can't talk anymore.
Oksana, why did you make the tapes?
Because I didn't think I'm going to make it through the night.
Really?
So, yeah. And everything, by the way, okay, this is really important. All the tapes that you hear on the internet, all of them recorded that one night. The tapes, so you call them, and the voicemails, everything was recorded that night because I was in fear for my life.
Okay, now how in the world did you get Oksana to speak to you? And did you pay her for that?
Outside the grocery store.
No. What you don't see is that every day we have waited for her at the end of her street and followed her and tried to talk to her, and every day she doesn't say anything. So finally, we got her at the grocery store. The other thing you don't see is that behind our senior executive editor, Dylan Howard, are two other cameramen trying to get in there, and he's keeping them out and putting the microphone in and talking to her. So she just broke.
I just have to ask you this question.
Comments.
This is twofold, actually. Do you think that it would have been the firestorm that it turned into had you not put it on? I mean, why did you put it out there if not to make scandal to continue Radar Online's legs?
Because it's a news story, because it's a celebrity who's involved in a criminal investigation. You've got the LA County Sheriff's Department. You've got a woman who says she's a victim of domestic violence.
Right, but if she was, and you put all of this out there, didn't you put her in danger if he was angry enough to do all that? What I'm asking you is why would you further something, because you got a lot out of it too, a lot of hits on Radar Online. So this is really about you all as well. So what's the deal? What are you really doing?
This is reporting the news. That's what we do. We are an entertainment news website. What we do is we go out, we report stories. And that story was deemed newsworthy by every major network, as you know, which has picked it up and also done the reporting on it. So there's serious issues here.
Are there any more tapes out there that will be revealed?
Well, there's a little bit left, yes, and it will be revealed
like soon.
upcoming.
But you know what? Has Mel's camp contacted you at all?
We started with Mel's camp, as I was mentioning, and one of the things that's interesting is when we heard the rumor that Oksana's teeth were knocked out, we went to Mel's lawyer and we said, you know, what's the deal with this? And he said on the record, Oksana has all her teeth in her mouth. That was his quote, and you can still see it on Radar Online. But then we found the picture, and that's the other side of the story.
But how do you know how it happened?
What we know, we put it out there. We put the facts out there. You judge what you believe, what you don't believe.
Did you see it happen, or this is what you've been told?
There were 3 people in the room. This is what law...
Was Radar Online, I guess I'm asking.
Absolutely not. We can only present the evidence.
But what you did, you posted a picture of Oksana's bruised face, and you put a picture of the baby out there.
That's right.
I mean, did she get what... She allowed you to post her and the baby?
No, she didn't allow anything. These pictures are part of the official investigation into domestic violence.
Why would you put the baby out there? Why would you put a picture of the baby?
Because if somebody hit a woman while she's holding a child and there's a child abuse investigation, that's news, especially when it's a public figure. And it's pretty outrageous. Her allegations are extremely serious. So we showed the bruise. The Department of Children and Family Services, they're investigating.
What do you say, David, to the people say she set him up? What's your answer to that?
Doesn't seem to be supported by the evidence, because on January 6th, she says they had a bad fight. He punched her in the mouth, damaged her teeth, punched her in the head. We know that after that, she went to her dentist, that there's photos of her teeth cracked.
Did she go to the police?
No, she did not go to the police, because most victims of domestic violence.
No, I'm not buying that. I understand that for most victims, but why not? If a man hits you holding your child, why do you go?
And he hit your child.
And he hit the child, according to what she's saying. So why not go to the police first?
Absolutely should, but
it's
unfortunately,
a difference between fearing for your life. But now you got to think about your baby.
Yeah, so what he's trying to say is that a lot of victims of domestic abuse do not go to the police.
I understand that, but you know what?
The guy has something over them. He obviously had something over her.
Talk to the National Organization of Women. They say 20%.
Listen, let me tell you. I understand that. But this is a woman who put her stuff on your site.
No, I don't think that's an accurate characterization.
Really? How did it get there?
We dug in.
So you dug it up.
All part of an official investigation.
Right. I understand that, but my question is this. You dug up all this evidence, why didn't you guys go to the police? And
we have talked to the police, absolutely.
Yeah,
but the police already had it.
Beforehand, I'm asking, did you go to the police when you found out, supposedly, that she had been punched in the face and the baby had been punched? Did you guys call the police?
We didn't find out until after the police had it. So, of course, we called the police for comment.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, we are getting to the bottom of a lot of things. We want to thank David Prell for stopping by. More information later on all of this. Hey, the mom behind datemysinglekid.com is here, and the son she's trying to marry is with her. Stay with us. Is so anxious to see her 31-year-old son live happily ever after, she launched the website datemysinglekid.com. And it's almost instantly started a matchmaking mom revolution. Please welcome Jerry Bryn and her son, Colby. Welcome. Okay, Jerry, we've been talking about this in the office for a little bit now, so tell us why you decided to do this.
We have a website called fabover50.com for women over 50 like I am, because we're a fantastic generation of women. Sure. And offline, we're always trying to fix up our kids. And so I'm saying, offline, why not do it online? Why not make it official?
Okay, so what's
Why
actually...
are you always trying to fix up your kids?
Good question. I don't know.
It's just what moms do.
We want them to be happy.
Colby, is that a little bit annoying to you that your mom is always trying to fix you up?
No, not at all. I mean, I figure I might not meet the special woman through my mom, but I might. I mean, if I diversify the way I meet people, it can only increase my odds, I think, of having a success story.
Are you a mama's boy, Colby?
A little bit. I'm a Jewish guy from New York, so if I said no to that question, I would be a lot...
Which is a great attraction, I think. What about, like, how does it actually work? So moms log on, they create a profile for their kids?
Moms log on because they are a member of the website in the first place, and then they post a picture of their kid, and they write just a simple statement why their kid is fab.
Do you have to get your kids' permission if they're adults?
Well, hopefully you would. I mean, that would but some moms are doing it surreptitiously.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on this website, it says, so far 500 parents have signed their kids up on your website. So we got some examples of what parents who signed up their kids say. I also have a single child, Carolyn. I believe she's going to make some husband very lucky. I really do believe I can find him for her. I promise I will not come on the date. One other parent said, he lives in my apartment. Get him out of here. And then one said, he's brilliant. He's a doctor. Yeah. So this is what some parents have been saying.
If he's brilliant and he's a doctor, he doesn't need his mother to find a woman.
Yeah, but
these kids, they don't need their mothers, but every little bit helps. It just casts a wider net. There's no harm, no foul.
Yeah. So, like, the wideness of the net includes black girls, Asian girls, Spanish girls. It doesn't matter. But a little conversion's not bad.
So wait, I want to go back to actually technically how this works. You post the picture.
You post the picture.
Another mom would respond to you and say, hey, I've got a cute girl for Colby.
The moms hook up with, the moms decide first. We're the kind of agents. We decide, do you want to do that show or don't you want to do that show?
Wait, so what if your kids want to get together and you're like, oh, I don't like this woman online?
No, they can do whatever they want.
Who pays for the date?
Whoever would pay for the date normally.
Now, okay, out of these comments that I read for some of the moms, how successful has the website been for some of these
we only launched it a little less than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's new.
So we know that there are couples meeting through their moms. I mean, then they decide they want to do it.
There are a lot of dates in the pipipeline, but we have, you know...
How many have you gone on, Colby?
I haven't gone on any yet from the website, to be honest with you, actually. Well,
only 3 weeks.
Have you seen some profiles of other...
I've seen a lot of attractive girls on there, actually, yeah, definitely.
So you're just holding out?
What are you looking for?
I'm patient.
Yeah, what kind of girl are you looking for?
I'd say I want someone with a good sense of humor, creative,
Oh, they always
quirky.
say that, but the first thing is pretty, right?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Now, but I want to know...
It's not the first thing, but it might be a prerequisite.
But Colby, this is what I want to ask you. Are you kind of afraid that, because I know your mom loves you because I'm the same way about my son, but if she's setting up dates for you on the website, when does it end? Like when you have kids, is your mom going to be involved in that? And when, you know, on the holidays, your mom didn't.
There's going to be like a
No, it's like you know, it's like she said. She can set me up with the girl, but then it's up to me. So it really ends after I meet the woman.
Are you sure it's going to end, Mom? Is it going to end?
He won't even tell me if he's going on dates. If I ask him, he says, "Stop meddling."
Oh, I see. So he just likes the initial meddling. So do you live with your mother?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, that's a good sign.
That's a good
Because there maybe would be that assumption, too. Jerry and Colby, we want to thank you for coming by. Good luck with the site. Our thanks to them. Hey, we'll be right back with the funniest website and best viral videos on the internet.
Videos that end up in your inbox have to come from somewhere. So here with the funniest websites on the net is host of G4 TV's Web Soup, Chris Hardwick.
Hello, The View. Hello. How are you guys? Fun show today.
We're having a lot of fun today. So, we're going to get right to these websites.
Let's do it.
We're going to start with a website that features something for all those cat lovers like Whoopi.
Yeah, now I imagine, I'm going to guess that most of your audience probably has cats. And so there's a website called I Can't, or at least 4 people here. There's a website called I Can't Has Cheeseburger. So what you can see there, basically they take cats and they caption them and they put this weird broken English in there. So you can see the cat is saying, I is the minion of the basement cat, fear me. So that's what that cat would be saying apparently in that picture. So they take all these captioned cat pictures and then they also put up cat videos as well. So I think we actually brought a little compilation so you can see those.
Okay, good.
They're about, yeah, I know, right? Hopefully we can go to eat the kitten. Now, there's about 20,000 of those, so you could literally, you could just do that for the rest of your life. You could just watch those, and that could be your job forever.
Okay, I just, oh my gosh, it just touched my heart.
It's like an adorable attack.
Google cat, then you get that?
Yeah, you just Google cat. Well, if you go to I Can't Has Cheeseburger, you'll get that, like non-stop.
Okay. All right, now we're going to go, and there's a lot of comedy websites that feature people who are performing hilarious pranks. Tell us about this one.
Okay, so this is a website called Bag of Misfits. It's actually owned by the I Can't Has Cheeseburger people. So these people just go out in public and they do like these kind of reality comedy show stunts. I think it's better if you watch and I don't tell you what's about to happen, so you should see this.
Let's see.
That's that guy's job. That's that guy's job. What's your dad do? He farts in malls.
Right. Yeah. I've had that job.
And then, this is funny about The View. On Wednesday, President Obama. Tuesday, farts. Like, that's an interesting juxtaposition. You get the whole spectrum right there. That guy.
That was funny.
Farts are funny. I'm doing it right now. I hope that's not weird for anyone else. I hope that's not weird.
Please don't do it right now. Okay, so now, speaking of comedy sites, isn't there a site where celebrities can create their own comedy skits?
Yeah. Well, so Funny or Die is a website that was created by Adam McKay and Will Ferrell and Chris Henchy, and it's a few years old. And anyone can upload videos there, and then the community of people will vote and say if it's funny or if it sucks. So there's a good chance you'll get voted down because they're harsh critics.
Yeah.
But the most famous people in television and film will also go on and kind of make fun of themselves. Like Jack Black's done videos, and Marion Cotillard.
Don Cheadle did one.
Don Cheadle did one, yeah. And I actually brought one that has Janine Garofalo and Kate Bosworth and Zoe Saldana. It's called The Idiots. Okay.
I can't believe those two idiots are back.
Why is it that when women are threatened by beautiful women, they go right to insulting their intelligence?
Whoa! This has nothing to do with threatened. They have the mental capacity of 2-year-olds.
What do you want?
A water. A water.
And you?
Give me orange juice. I got Buzz Lightyear underwear. I have to go poop and then I have to go pee. Stinky pee-pee.
Can I help you?
Can I please have some apple juice?
Yeah.
Idiots.
That was Greg Grunberg at the end there. So that's Funny or Die. It's like 7 million people a month go to there. The site's awesome.
Site.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's this great site that features some of the worst pictures ever taken. Can you tell us about that one?
I would love to. It's aptly called awkwardfamilyphotos.com. And already you know it's going to be awesome. The guy who invented it, his mother was hanging a picture of a vacation on their wall, and he was like, that's terrible. Let's make a website around that. And so it's just like thousands and thousands of awkward family photos. Oh, look at that kid's thinking about himself playing the clarinet. That's a terrible picture.
Oh, no, the reflection.
Oh, whoops, that happens sometimes in the middle. We've all been there. We've all been there. Don't judge. I like to, okay, and then this one we call doggy style. That's called doggy style. For a variety of reasons. Yeah, that guy just got it. He looks content, and then that shouldn't be allowed. I don't know what that is. That is not okay. That's not okay. I don't know what their dynamic is. I don't even know if they know that guy. If he's like, I'm shirtless, and they're like, we're in pajamas, let's take a picture. That's probably July. They still haven't taken the tree down.
Oh, man. Okay, I love this. I'm laughing so much. Okay, so now YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest video websites.
Yeah, of course.
So can you show us some of the most viewed videos?
Yeah. I mean, YouTube's basically the rain gutter for web videos. Like sites like Funny or Die or any of these, they all put up on YouTube as well because that's where people go. You'll spend a lifetime on there. This first one I want to show you is, I think this might have been an American Idol audition. I don't know. It's called Scarlett Takes a Tumble, and it ends really awesome.
We can't be together. Never.
Right. Well, that's pretty funny. Your singing's great, darling. Can you do a little bit less falling on your ass next time?
Oh, my God.
I can never figure out, like, what kind of den of sadness is that? Like, what is that room? There's an ironing board.
It's like a waiting room or something like that.
Oh, she's fine. Look at her. She's fine.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't have posted it
Yeah.
if she wasn't okay.
May she rest in peace.
You got another one?
Yeah. So probably the one that permeated the culture most in the last year was this little kid named David. His father took him to the dentist and put him on oh, you already know it. Put him on, I don't know if it was nitrous or what it was, but then the father filmed it, put it online, and then we were treated to this.
How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I feel funny. Why is this happening to me?
It's okay, bud. It's just from the medicine. Okay?
Is this going to be forever?
No.
64 million views.
Watch that one. That was hysterical.
I imagine that is what's
child abuse?
No, it's
you gotta watch the whole thing. It's
If
hysterical.
going to the dentist is child abuse, which it is, then yeah, I
You
agree.
don't need nitrous oxide when you're a kid.
That's not. Sure you do.
Well,
Yeah, no, the kid was happy. Listen, I assume that kid is just what's playing in Courtney Love's head all the time on a loop. I feel like that's what.
You have a sadistic streak, don't you?
I'm a sick man.
Dude, that's why we find this
I'm a
stuff
sick
funny.
man.
Now tell me, isn't there a website where you can blend things?
Yes. There's this guy named Tom Dixon. He invented a blender, and then when they were playing around with it, they thought it was so great. He was just blending random stuff. They said, let's make it a website. So will it blend? I think it might actually be more popular than the blender. So right here, there's the iPhone 4. It turns out it blends better than it makes calls. There it is. Blending right. Don't try this at home, by the way. The gas will kill you, but it's okay for Tom to do it. So they put all sorts of stuff in there, 2x4s, iPads, golf balls.
Rubber gloves?
Rubber gloves might go in there. Anything in there. Courtney Love, they could jam in a blender. That would be really awesome.
What do people get out of watching that site?
What do people get out of watching anything on the internet? It's just time-wasting material that you're like, hey, my life isn't that weird. I feel better now. I think that's pretty much what the internet does
blending
for
an
us.
iPhone.
Some of it's funny.
Some of it's a lot of funny. Yeah, some of it's really funny.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me on, you guys.
You can catch Chris Hardwick on Websuit Wednesday nights on G4 TV and at Caroline's Comedy Club in New York, August 12th through 15th. We'll be right back.
Bye, The View.
I'm Bill Getty. YouTube has been taking you behind the curtain and showing you what happens around here before, during, and after the show.
It was great. Those ladies love to talk. Yep.
Just having a little bit of a panic attack. That was really intense.
She's like, it's an honor to meet you. And I was like, shut up, Whoopi. Come on, give me another 10.
Don't take my word for it. Go to our website now and check out ViewTube, as well as a lot more stuff you can't see on TV. It's 24/7 online. So log on now to abc.com/theview.
We just did this great View Goes Viral. I have a favorite website that I'll tell you about, which is called WeLostOurGold.com. Do you know about this?
No.
It's a big treasure hunt going on in New York where they have buried $10,000 in gold coins or gold and silver. And it's this pirates. You go to the site. It's really great. WeLostOurGold.com. You have a favorite?
No.
I like when on YouTube, look up Holy Ghost Wedding. There's a man who's getting married and he gets like the Holy Ghost and he starts screaming in the middle of saying his vows. Look it up, just Holy Ghost Wedding. Funny as I'll get up.
You have a favorite one?
You know what, I was going Unigo for my friends who are going to schools because it gives you the inside look at all these different colleges that you'll never get from the schools. So if you have kids going to school, check out Unigo.
Do you ever see Angry Baby? The Angry Baby, it's hysterical. This little baby, cute as a button. They say, come on, make the angry face. And he says, and they say, make the angry face. And he goes like,
I love the angry face.
Best. It's the best. The Angry Baby.
Okay.
It's,
yes.
you know, just if you have some time to hang out and look at stuff on
How would your daughter like it if that woman set her up with somebody? My kid would have a fit. To have a mother.
I liked it. Setting it up.
Setting up
it's like the old days. It's like the old days. Remember when parents would do that? Listen, anyway, don't you do it, though. Have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view or your loved one or whatever.